What's up, guys? Straight to the content. So don't worry about what your ex is doing. You guys probably don't understand how many messages I get on a daily basis. That's okay. I'm not complaining about that. What I get, that's where a lot of my inspiration for these videos comes from, is your messages to me. But you wouldn't believe how many messages I get about this particular topic. Basically, guys are always asking me, like, okay, like, why has she blocked me on social media? Or why has he blocked me on social media? Or what are they doing? Will no contact work? Will this work? Will that work? Oh my God, I can't stop thinking about them. So, and then the plethora of things that they worry about. And first of all, I want to say is I understand. I get where you guys are coming from and why you guys think this way, because you're fearful. You're afraid that you are going to lose this person because they just broke up with you. So you're on the verge of losing them, or maybe they've been gone for quite a while and you guys just watch my videos anyway. So, but at the end of the day, you're just worried and you want some guidance because you're like, I don't want to lose this person, and I don't want to further push them away by reaching out to them and being, a stalker. But I also want to prepare myself for any further damage that could, hurt me. That's what you're really looking to do, is to prevent more damage. But here's the perspective shift that I want to give to you. And it's going to be hard for a lot of you guys to accept this right now. But what you're doing is you're trying to control something that you can't control. The only thing that you could control is how you show up in the relationship. And then that person has cut you off. They no longer want to be involved with you and what you're doing and your life together. I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm sorry that so many of you guys deal with this on a daily basis. You guys have to now water your own garden. And I know you guys understand what that means. You guys are taking so much of your focus and your mental energy and you're putting it onto something that you can't control. You're putting it into something like you're watching their social media. You're watching their every move. And here's a statistic, and a lot of I don't know the exact number, but a good amount of my students, not just because of me, it's because of the circumstances, because this happens. A lot of exes do reach out to you at some point right after your first, say this is the first time you guys ever went through a breakup. Your ex will normally at some point, high percentage, will reach out to you at some point. Where the screw up happens is where, I'm just use guy, girl, because this is masculine energy, of course. She'll reach out to him and it won't be, hey, let's get back together. But it's, hey, how have you been? Or I left my sweater at your place, or whatever. It's some sort of contact. Now, there's two types of contact. There's indirect, direct, and there's direct. Indirect is like, hey, I left my sweater. Direct is, hey, how are you doing? I miss you, Tom, blah, blah, blah. Either way, they have made the first move. From there, it's up to you to respond. What a lot of people do is they ignore their ex because they think no contact means ignore your ex. No contact is for you to separate your attachment to the relationship. And when that person does reach out to you, you should respond. You should say, hey, I'm doing well. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it's weeks or months after the initial breakup, but what you guys want to do, depending on the circumstances of your breakup, of course, I understand that. But if you want to reattract someone and you want to go back down the path of dating them again, you have to start over. It's a hard reset. You guys can't just pick up where you left off. You guys have to start over. So what you need to do is you need to catch up with them in person. COVID's a thing, I know. I'm not going to go further into that. So you need to, get in that person's presence and have a positive experience again. Normally, breakups happen because of too much negativity over a consistent basis, or intense negativity at once, like abuse, right? Like physical abuse or something. What you guys need to do is stop worrying about what they're doing and start worrying about what you are doing. If that person, and the reason I brought up that exes reach out to you is, how different are you? How much better are you than when that person left? Are you the same? Right? Why would they want to come back to the same person? if you're vindictive, if you're angry, you're full of fear all the time, and you have all these issues, why would your ex want to come back to that? Why would she want to come back to a guy? Like, we all know at this point, because a lot of people watch Corey Wayne, watch not Atomic Attraction, it's his book, Chris Canwell over at Develop Attraction, like Coach Lee. Most of us have the same message. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, but most of us have the same message. It's like, work on yourself and focus on things you can control. And if that person does come back around, remember what a relationship is all about. Sharing positive experiences together. Yes, there's seriousness in relationships a little bit. Yes, we should be going in this direction. But remember, on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment, interaction by interaction basis, you want to be focused on fun, light, positive experiences. So if you are too negative too much and you haven't worked on anything, why should they come back to you? A lot of people, when they get dumped, they act emotional, they're reactive, they delete and block their ex who dumped them, right? Be like me being the dumpee, let's say I block my dumper ex, like, because you're angry and you're like, oh, I'm the one that holds the power, you know what I mean? No, if someone breaks up with you, they are the ones that own the power of the relationship if you want it to get back together. So that's why I talk about letting go. Let go of your need to get back together with that person, and let go of the need to be in a relationship altogether. That's why people will jump into a new relationship, because they're trying to fulfill a hole. Well, that's why I'm telling you guys to water your own gardens, to work on yourselves, to work on the things you can work on so that you can raise your vibration, right? Where do you think the word vibe, we are vibing, comes from? Vibration. We're matching energies. I talk about this on my other channel a lot. It's pretty out there sometimes. So it's called Practical Spirituality or Vibrational Awareness. Take a look. You can search it. It might be in a card somewhere. I talk more about this. I talk more about self-healing there. Letting go and focusing on yourself. And when you let go and focus on yourself and you really start to fill up your own bucket, then that's when you can really become more powerful. The most power that you have is by killing all of your attachments to things. What's the number one thing that goes up when an ex leaves you? Your attachment to them, your attraction to them goes up because they don't want you anymore. It's natural. What you need to do is you start working on you and increasing your sexual market value, raise your vibration, however you guys want to place it. Take an audit of your life. Take an audit of everything that you do on a daily basis. And does that match with your future self and what you want your world to look like? See, this channel and the other channel that I have, they're going to have repetitive things. But the theme is going to be the same, that you need to take action. Who do you want to be? Start creating the world you want to live in. Stop watching media. Stop watching your ex's social shit. And start fucking working on yourself, because this is the punch in the face that you needed. This is the punch to the gut that you needed to get your life together. Some issues are small. Some people have, I have a problem connecting on an emotional level. That's a big problem, but it's not like their entire life is in shambles. And some people who reach out to me have no life at all. No purpose, no idea what they're doing. So the work will take longer for a person like that, but consistency is key. If your goal, the future self that you want to create, is 10,000 steps away, you have to take the single first step. Sometimes you can take leaps, like I did. Like when I started YouTube, I started out with nothing because I hated my shitty job. I worked at a fucking cell phone place selling phones. I didn't want to do that. I didn't like any job I had, because this was my calling, to spread my messages to a wider audience. The whole point was I needed freedom to do this, and that's what my calling was. You'll get that, and you'll get more in tune with what you're supposed to do when you start searching in here. And it's hard to do when there's a lot of noise. So turn off the media, turn off all the shit. Yes, turn off YouTube too. But when you start doing that, you're going to start becoming so much more powerful. Don't place your energy and your power into your ex, into anybody else other than yourself. Water your own garden. Watch what happens. Let go of your attachments. Watch what happens. You're going to start attracting better people to your life. You're going to start attracting people that need to be there, because you are going to get better. When you get better, like attracts like. The same positive. Why do you think so many of you really like my content and so many of you really gravitate towards certain coaches and certain people? Because our energies are matching. You're like, I like that guy. He's authentic. I get that comment a lot. And thank you guys for saying that. Or some people will really like what Corey Wayne says. My content is starting to go to more towards the no contact and do this after breakup stuff more than how to attract a woman, which is why I'm making another channel about that. That channel's about a week and a half away from being released, by the way. But I saw a need and I was like, okay, this is where people need to go right after a breakup, and that's where I'm going to start focusing because I see the most need here. So what you guys should do right away is audit your fucking life, and what you do on a daily basis. Write it down on a thing like this, okay? And just audit what you do, and you're going to realize you're going to spend a lot of energy in the wrong areas of your life. You spend a lot of energy watching other people instead of you. You create the world that you see around you. Yes, bad things do happen, but you will create the circumstances from now on. Every moment is another moment to become a better you, a better version of you. Every moment is a moment for change. But the negative momentum is hard to let go of, and it's hard to see results from. The hardest thing in the fucking world, and this is me telling you as a YouTuber, is to put energy into something, into videos, into work, and not see results, and then do the same effort again the next day. People who work out, even them, they have some sort of not result, but they feel, because you get sore, right? I just worked out, so my chest is sore. You get sore, so you know, oh, hey, the workout I did 2 days ago, it worked, right? Delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS, right? That kicks in, and that tells you, that's reinforcing. And when you go like this, you go to wash your armpit as a fella, and you're like, well, girls do it too, I know that, but like, we get real big chests, right? And we go to reach over and we're like, ah, right? That's even reinforcement, and that is even saying your workouts are working. I remember uploading videos for like 3 months on a specific channel once, no results. And then out of nowhere, so that's what's going to happen to you guys. You guys are going to be like bamboo. But even then, in 1 year, holy fuck, you can change your life. I'm serious, you guys. Seriously, dead all the things like the video games and Netflix are easy ways to escape and not face pain. Smoking, drinking, drugs, fucking, right? All these things are going to be things that take away from your actual future self. And look, I'm all for, escaping a little bit here and there. Life gets hard sometimes. I get that. But you still need to put daily action and daily effort into where you're going. So do that. And reach out to me for coaching, because I can help you do that. You just got to take the action. And that will all be down below. My website is where the coaching is. Check out my other channel. Practical Spirituality is the new name of it. Vibrational Awareness. I change my name all the fucking time when I start a new channel, because I'm like, oh, that's a better name, blah, blah, blah. Because it becomes more in line with what I want to talk about. And Practical Spirituality is like taking the practicality of the work that you need to do on a daily basis, and then attaching it to more esoteric things and trying to combine it, right? So you guys can make awesome decisions and, have the best information. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for me and I'm doing this for you. There's no bullshit. I'm not just doing it for you because I'm like Jesus, So get to work. See you guys at work. Done.